You ready to let the dogs out?
What?
Do what?
From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Join Pet Pals TV's Patty Spitler as we celebrate our furry friends.
Cats, dogs, and all the critters in your family.
Celebrate the bond between pets and people and meet Hoosier heroes saving four-legged lives.
I love it. Good. I'm glad.
It's the Positively Patty Podcast.
I can't wait anymore. Me neither.
Now, your host, here's Wish TV contributor Patty Spitler.
And on the Positively Patty podcast coming up today, the all-time favorite of all my podcasts as far as the most listened to by you, Nathan Lowe, the Indy Dog Whisperer, joins us again. We're going to talk about the holidays, things you should avoid, precautions you might take to make sure it's safe and fun for everyone. So stay tuned. And now on the Positively Patty podcast, the 3 Ps, we've got Nathan Lowe is on today,
Yes,
the dog, the Indy Dog Whisperer.
That's
Thank
right.
you for joining us again.
It's an honor. Thank you, Patty. I'm glad to be on Triple P. You've heard of Triple D, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dogs. This is Triple P.
See, we can say P because we deal with dogs and cats.
No, we can't.
So we can say whatever we
see
want to
P all the time.
Say PP all the time. We're talking today about the holidays and what we need to know, maybe what to avoid, just to be cautious. And let's just start off with, how about food?
Food, yeah, good point. So when you're giving your dog scraps or tidbits, you have to make sure no garlic, no onions, no chocolate. That's the three kind of top things, and no grapes or raisins.
Oh, yeah.
That's the other, and I'm sure you're aware of that too. I've had clients that didn't know that and were giving their dog grapes they can get very sick from those things. Grapes have a type of substance that acts as a toxin for a dog. Ooh. So you do not want to do that. So be careful. If you scrap your dog a piece of meat, make sure there's no gravy on it, anything like that.
Yeah, the gravy with the salt and all the salt and sugars. It's bad for us. It's bad for them. I do know, and again, I learn things all the time. Don't give the poor dog a bone. No, don't give them a bone because it can splinter.
Yes, cooked bone turns into slivers, which can perforate their esophagus.
Yeah.
And you have some issues, definitely, if that happens.
And if it gets digested, it could have issues coming out
absolutely.
as well.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, just avoid, be better safe than sorry.
That's right.
The other thing I learned is the skin. Don't give the skin to the dogs and cats because we put a lot of butter on it and salt and things like that.
Seasonings.
So it's really, really too rich for them.
Yes,
So
gotcha.
Actually, white meat you should give them the breast.
I don't think many humans would argue with that. We like the dark meat.
Cats should think about the same way.
I'm not sure with cats. That'd be a KJ question or perhaps a Patty question. But
Right.
I wish I was the crossover cat whisperer, but I'm not.
Well, again, better safe than
Alas.
sorry. Don't
Yes.
just. I know there's some other things we have to worry about or look out for. Rather, people light a lot of candles,
True.
and if the cat or the dog gets up on the ledge or something, knock it over. You could have a real
Yes.
problem.
Absolutely. And if your dog is loose during the holiday season, you're having a get-together, you do need to be aware of what's at the dog's level that you've set out even for decorations. Their tail can knock something over.
Perfect.
All of that can happen. So just be cautious what you put out and get it up above the dog's head.
Right. And we always see, and I know people do it on Facebook, and isn't that cute? The cat climbed up in the tree. Ooh, that can
is
be really, the tree could fall over.
Yes.
They could chew on something that
Yes.
they shouldn't and get it in their system.
That's right. And for cats, I think KJ has mentioned this before. For cats, any change in the visual environment is very difficult for them.
Wow.
So that's something maybe to ask her about. But she recommends certain change during the holidays. You do certain things to help alleviate your cat's stress with changes in the visual environment.
Huh, okay. Let's see. So we've got food, we've got items. People coming over to visit.
Yes,
That can be
absolutely.
upsetting to animals as well. What do you suggest?
Yes, and especially for dogs, it can be overstimulating. If it's an option to have your dog at a daycare that you trust, they can play and have fun while you're partying. They can party. So, but being at your party, it's a little overwhelming. There's so many new scents. If you have a mix of kids and adults, you have kids that can act very erratically, which can make the dog uneasy, and then the dog can also wander stealing food from plates, etc. So then that puts stress on you. When you're stressed, the dog can get stressed, and the cycle goes around and around.
And they know when you're stressed.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they sense that.
Oh, yes.
Really fast.
Absolutely.
So, mom and dad's upset, so I should be
Right,
upset.
something's wrong. Something's wrong, and they can make them jittery. And then when they get jittery, they can get snappy.
Yeah.
It's much better. Give them their own space. And I'm not recommending you isolate them during a party. That can stress them out. But even if you have, like I said, I really recommend a daycare. And if you can't, wear them the heck out before the party. Take them on a run, take them on a jog, get them at least worn out. So, and then once you do, Patty, the other thing I recommend is if you're having children over, make sure the dog has a safe place where the kids won't go and hide when the dog doesn't want that.
Right.
When they just want to relax and get out of the way.
It's so funny and not funny, it's amazing. I see so many people who, when they go up to a dog they don't know, they go to pat it on the head.
No.
Now, what if someone came up and pat you on the head?
Right, that's right.
Let the dog come to you, put your
Yes.
hand down, let him smell you, but don't go running after, and especially teach the kids, too, how to do this. Don't
that's
run
right.
after the dog
No.
if they don't know them.
No.
Don't hug the dog
No.
if you don't know them.
That's read as a dominant signal by a dog. And in fact, how I recommend meeting a dog is get 3 or 4 feet away from them, turn the same direction as the dog or at 90 degrees, and just crouch and just stay like that. They'll often come right up to you.
I notice you do that a lot.
I do.
You crouch down so that they can
do.
come up to you.
My
and
head
see
is
you.
so high in comparison to theirs at 6'3". It can be a little overwhelming for them and for people sometimes.
What I do is I sit down. And,
Yes, that's a good idea
and
too.
they come right over.
Anytime you lower your elevation, it's less threatening to them. Then also when they come up, give them a chance to smell you without you reaching your hand out. A hand reach can be a little threatening for them when they don't know you aren't acclimated to your scent yet.
Yeah. You've been, I follow your Facebook page too. By the way, we
Thank
were
you.
speaking again with the Indy Dog Whisperer, and you're on Instagram too.
I am.
You've got how many followers now?
I just crossed the 400 mark,
saw that.
which is not anything to write home about necessarily compared to, but I've only had it for about 6 months. So
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm thankful.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
And then on Facebook, Indy Dog Whisperer.
The Indy Dog Whisperer.
And you can follow him there. I love when you post about the animals, the dogs that you've helped and the clients that you've helped.
Yes.
You travel an awful lot.
I do 2,000 miles a month on average.
What?
Yes, I see about 25 dogs a week and then travel about 2,000 miles a month. So my cars get the work in, that's for sure.
You can't
The
say my
mechanic loves
mouth
me.
is wide open.
It is.
Whoa.
Yeah. There's people all over the state that need help. I've been to the corners of Indiana, and even actually this year, South Africa. Someone from South Africa reached out. I've had people from Scotland reach out. I said, "How did you find me?" Google. So Google, you go Google.
Yeah. And we've talked about this before. You are a pack leader. That's the way you want the animal to respect you.
Yes.
And that
Canine parental authority.
okay. My theory is whatever works for you, if it works for your dog, that's fine. But I know some people like to give treats, but then the dog's focused on the treats, isn't he?
Right. And treats cause excitement, and what I want is calmness. So if I use treats to train, the dog will be so excited looking for treats that it's not paying attention to me. So how their parents train them is without treats.
Yeah.
So I'll use treats for tricks. I say, if you want to train your dog to do parlor tricks, by all means use treats. But if it's something another dog would expect, if it's something their parent would expect, no treats.
Huh.
Yeah. That's my theory. That's my philosophy.
Right.
Personally.
Right.
So.
Okay, and I've seen it work for you. It's really pretty amazing. Little dogs, big dogs. Have you had any dogs that you couldn't control, or not control, but
That's
teach?
a really good question. Yeah. I have encountered dogs with neurological problems that do not respond to stimuli like a normal dog would, and you can tell they're not processing properly.
Oh, boy.
In that case, there really isn't much you can do other than just love them and accommodate them because they're not reading things properly.
Right,
So like people, they can have accidents or abuse that cause such severe neurological damage, they can't read things right. So in that case, yes, you can't do anything about that, and you can't fault them for it. So you have to just be more accommodating in that sense, and maybe allow for rule violations that you wouldn't normally allow for because they're not tracking properly.
Any breed that's more difficult than another. I know people who have German Shepherds, and you do too. They can be very possessive. They're
Yes.
very strong and they're very smart. You put
Yes.
all that together, that
Yes.
can be challenging, I think is the word.
It is. Honestly, there's no one breed I would say that I have found more difficulty with. I think some of the breeds that were designed to deal with like the lion killing breeds and that kind of thing, they can be really intense. And if they don't get that answered at home through lots of really intense physical exercise, they can get very frustrated. And when they do, kind of all hell can break loose at times because they're so frustrated. And so that brings up another point, Patty, which I talked about on Indie Style today. Be careful when you're choosing a puppy. It really is about temperament, not breed. Know what you're getting, and breed does matter. And you brought that up on your.
I always say I'm not a Jack Russell girl or
Yes.
Australian Shepherd.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out and run around with them all day long.
Right.
Stewie and Mabel, let's sit on the couch. Maybe
Yeah.
half an hour of exercise in the yard, and then come on in and let's sit on the
they're
couch.
darling.
And they like to do that.
They do, and they do
Yeah.
great. And your dogs do amazing. I've been to your house quite a few times. Your dogs are in great
Well,
shape.
you've taught them too not to come to the door. 'Cause
Come roaring to the
come
door.
roaring to the door. Now they back up. They go, uh-oh.
Stewie's like,
Nathan's
oh,
coming."
it's him. I recognize that scent. Give a few feet.
Yeah. Mabel's the hardest one to
She
corral because she wanted to keep barking.
She's just such a cute little dust bunny.
She's
I love her.
A little pip. Okay, what haven't we touched on here? Holidays, we want to do that. Anything else you can suggest that might help people get through the holidays? I know there's some plants you need to avoid too.
Yes, I think you brought up earlier
Lilies?
the green room lilies. Yes.
That's the latest I've heard.
Hostas.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
careful. I actually learned from a client helped me out with that. So I just gleefully put a video together of a dog I was watching just tearing up hosta leaves and throwing them. I thought it was funny. And I get this comment, you know that those plants are poisonous for dogs. I said, oh, thank you for telling me.
Well, they used to
So-
say poinsettias were, but now they backtracked on that.
Really? I didn't know that.
But you know
Okay.
what? Again, here's about the fifth time I've said it today. Better safe than sorry. Just
Sure.
keep it out of their way, you know.
Yeah.
Especially cats can get really inquisitive. And they want to investigate what's going on.
Yes, that is very true.
What else? Trees, we covered that. Oh, to be careful. If you have, here's the best thing you can get a cat for Christmas. After you open your present, give them the box.
Yes, that's true. So they can hide. Yeah, they
That's
love
all they
getting in the box. Also, another thing with cat, here I'm the dog whisperer, talk about cat tips. KJ's had a great influence on me.
I can see that.
She told me, and I've told clients this that have cats, because when I come, believe it or not, to deal with dogs, the cats get comfortable and come out because the dogs are under control. And they're like, phew, we can pad on out and enjoy ourselves for a little while. But KJ told me, make sure there's a cat tree in every room that the cat will be comfortable because it can get up away from what's going on and feel safe. She said height is safety. See, it's interesting. Height is authority to a dog, but height is safety to a cat.
Oh.
So
I like
there's the
that.
distinguishing.
I have
difference.
for my timber. I have one of those cat tree type things that it has different layers on it that are padded.
Yes.
And he likes to go up on the third layer and look out the window.
Oh, he's so cute.
That's good.
I love when you
Interesting.
post
That
on him.
elevation for a dog is authority. Cat is safety. I like that.
Yes.
Okay. Where do people find you? They have questions. They need your help. IndyDogWhisperer.com.
That's correct. IndyDogWhisperer.com. My Facebook page is The Indy Dog Whisperer. And if you don't have Facebook, you can get me by email at indydogwhisperer@gmail.com.
And you are on weekly on Indy Style too.
I am on Indy Style Weekly on Wish TV 8 during the 10 o'clock hour.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're busy traveling 2,000 miles a month.
I am.
I want to know what your gas bills are like.
Well, I have a Toyota Camry, so they're doable.
All right. Well, you're wonderful. Again, let me
thank
just
you,
say this,
Patty.
that of all the podcasts we've done, this has been the most listened to the first time you were on. So we want to have you back again.
Oh, I'd
do
love that.
We'll
It's
make
a
you a
privilege.
regular.
Oh, I would love that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
The Indy Dog Whisperer, Nathan Lowe. Thank you. Sit, stay. We'll be back with more.
Discover more pet-friendly stories at PetPalsTV.com and stay with Wish TV online at WishTV.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast and discover more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at AllIndianaPodcastNetwork.com.